What's happening, guys? Coming at you with a little tour of the PSI car audio amplifier lineup that they came out with not too long ago. We're going to go through all the amps that they have, the price points, the measurements, all that good stuff. But before we get into that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button really quick, and also don't forget to smash that bell so you know every time that I drop a new video, and you can come in here and interact with me. Be sure to drop a question as well so you know, or if we see a question that you drop and a lot of people comment on it, or there's a lot of engagement on it, we'll make a video on that and we'll put it up on our YouTube channel answering that question. Anyway, so getting into the video, today we're talking about PSI Car Audio. It's a company that you probably have seen. If you've been following me for a long time, you will know that I was running PSI Car Audio subwoofers, their PSI Platform 3s, for a very long time. In the Tahoe, when I had the 1018s in there, well, initially I had 4 15s back there in a no wall, and then I decided to do 10 18s in a kind of a, some people call it a fourth order, but if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about, 10 18s. It was the one that really put me on the map, and obviously I got them a lot of exposure, and I ran with them for a very long time until he just couldn't keep up with the demand that I was creating for PSI on the subwoofer building, so that's when I went to Sundown. Anyway, so PSI has been a great company. David Moore over there is a stand-up guy. He's always been great. He's probably the best subwoofer builder that I know of, like hands down, period, anywhere in the entire world. He can outbuild anybody. And when he decided to come out with the amplifiers, I knew that he would come out with something that's very nice, good quality, and cool as well. So we're going to jump into this. We're going to go over the first one is a Starpower 1500. So show you this bad boy right here. As you can see, PSI does some stuff a little bit different with the pink Star Industries is what PSI stands for, and they have the pink flare on there. We're showing the Starpower 1500 on here, and on the crossover side of the amplifier we got the Tiffany style RCA connections. And I really like how, if you look on the side right here, he incorporated the star in the heatsink. So on the side right here where this heatsink is actually a star. So that's a really cool feature, I believe, for this amplifier. We got the 8 gauge subwoofer out right there, and on this side we have 0 gauge inputs, and we also have onboard fusing with this, so you don't have to spend money on a fuse to fuse your run coming over here, because you're going to be fused on the amplifier. I mean, some people will in addition to, but it's really personal preference if you decide to do that. So nice 1500 watt amp from PSI, and these are all Korean boards, so you're going to be definitely getting more bang for your buck on the power output. So this 1500 is probably going to give you 1900 at least. So we're going to get you the measurements real fast. On the 1500 we're looking at roughly 16 inches. We're going to go with 16 inches wide. And then, on the length. Then on the width, we're going to be looking at, you see it, right at 9 inches. And then on the height, we're looking at right at 2 3/4, somewhere in there. So that's going to be the measurements for the PSI 1500. So price point on the 1500, $379. We're going to be moving on to the next amplifier from PSI Car Audio, is their Starpower 2500. So again, this is a Korean board, same type of treatment on the crossover side. You got the 8 gauge speaker output terminals and the Tiffany style RCAs. On this side, coming to a bigger amplifier, we lost the onboard fusing because you really need to have a 250 amp fuse or so to run this with on the 0 gauge inputs. Same heat sink, obviously, it's just a little bit longer. And we're gonna get you the measurements on their 2500. This amplifier is gonna give you a good, probably 3000 watts if I had to guess. I haven't seen it be dynoed, but you'll definitely be getting at least 3000 watts out of it, I would say. On the length, you're looking at 19.5. And on the width, it's going to be the same as the other one, 9 inches. And then on the height, you're going to be at that, is it 2.5 or around 2.5 on the height. So the 1500 should be 2.5 as well. On the price point for this one, you're gonna be looking at $599 for the Starpower 2500. And oh, you saw another piece of candy, right? We got them candy canes for Christmas time right around the corner. You know Black Friday's coming in. Y'all better be ready for them deals. I know you are because you've already been asking about them. So we got some candy canes to be in for the holiday season. Moving on to the next amplifier from PSI Car Audio is the Starpower 5000. Again, a Korean board. This thing is going to be a beast. I would say you're at minimum going to be getting 5,500 watts or so out of this amplifier. Again, same treatment on this side as the other two amplifiers. 8-gauge power outs, your Tiffany style RCAs, nice PSI star on the edge of the heatsink that I'm a really big fan of. I really like that. And then around the other side, instead of having one set of 0-gauge inputs, this one we graduate to two or dual inputs on the powers and grounds here. So, and this is going to come in on the price point at $999. So very friendly on the pricing for a nice Korean 5K at $999. And we're going to measure this out for you. So you're going to be looking at right at, we'll call it 28.5 inches on the length. And on the width, we're going to be the 9 inches. I don't know if you can see that. 9 inches on the width. And the height should be about the same at 2.5. So 2.5. And again, that's $999. So moving on to the biggest, baddest amplifier that PSI Car Audio offers. This thing's a beast. Oh my God. So the PSI Starpower 10,000. It's got me jerking. It's heavy. This thing probably weighs 60 or 70 pounds. But it's a beast though. It'll be different on the heatsink, obviously, because it is a massive amplifier. Oh yeah, something else I like about PSI is their status indicator lights. It glows pink. You won't be able to see it in the video, but it glows pink, and obviously you can strap these if you'd like. Very nice on this beast of an amplifier. The price point on this is going to come in at just over $2,000 at $21.99. But look at that. You see this? It's got quad 0-gauge input, so you know this thing is not playing around. You can tell as well by the way I'm straining. Quad inputs. I do believe I have seen this one dynoed at somewhere around 14,000 watts out of a 10K. So coming in at $21.99 on the price point is very budget friendly in my opinion. So we're going to come in and measure the width of the 10K. We'll call this one, let's say 35.5. 35.5 on the 10K on the width, or length, sorry. And then width, let's see. Width is going to be right at 11 inches. And then on the height, this is a big boy, so you're looking at right at 3 3/8 on the height. Again, all of these amplifiers come with remote bass knobs, and the status indicators on them are pink to match their pink thing that we have going on. I'll start off with guaranteed lowest prices because so many people, especially the haters out there, like, oh, Downward Sound has high prices and they charge too much, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how do you even come up with this? Our mantra is the #1 thing, guarantee lowest prices. If you find any brand, for instance, PSI, I think we're the only seller of PSI, but any brand that we sell for cheaper from an online dealer or wherever, and they're an authorized dealer, and they have it in stock, all you have to do is send us a message or contact the store with that proof so we can verify that they are a legit dealer and they have it in stock. And we'll at least meet the price or match the price for you, but a lot of times we can beat it for you. So that way, you know, you'll always be getting the best price and service and fastest shipping right here at Down for Sound every single time. We'll see you in the next video. Later. Yo, what's up guys? If you want to see more of the hot content that you just saw in that video, be sure to follow me on all my social media channels from YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. The Life of Price is my handle on there. Also have Down for Sound Shop on Facebook and Instagram, and don't forget Snapchat is JPD4S. Check out all the hot content on there as well.